Dude, I don't know what the fuck I did. What happened? All right. It should work now, right? It's cool now, right? It's cool now. I don't know what the fuck to do, man. I don't. Anyways, if you can hear me, I'm Duran, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How you guys doing? Happy New Year. I figured it out. You finally figured it out? Oh, okay, cool. Wasn't me. My New Year's was a bust. I can't. Okay, cool. My New Year's was a bust. I got sick on Christmas, so I had a whole thing planned out. I was going to see the SOS band. We rented the Holiday Inn. We were having fucking. It was gonna be a blast, and then I got sick. So my New Year's was on that bed, and I was just watching everybody have fun, watching everybody fucking celebrate, and I was just like, man, that fucking year, 2025. Oh my god, what a fucking year, right? What a fucking year. And so I think I'm going to start our first topic off. This, the beginning of this year is fuck, man. How wild was 2025? I mean, it was fucking everybody was going through something. You know what I mean? I fucking swear to God, I cannot wait for that fucking year to end. It started off pretty good. Started off like it was gonna get good. I was getting hopeful, and then fucking big old fucking downfall. Big old fucking disappointment, and I'm just glad it's over. I'm just glad it's over with. Oh no, they were awesome. I was share. I was there. Oh, I know. God, I'm so jealous. I was thinking about it, and then I woke up this morning. I was like, God. And then I called my sister, and she said, "It's they. Everybody that went live or went." I said, "Oh my God, it was so." I probably missed out on one of the most epic parties over there at Eagle Mountain Casino. Man, well, somebody else took care of it for me. You know what I mean? But now let's look into 2026. Okay, now we're in 2026, right? And this year is going to be the year of new experiences, uh, trying new ideas. And Lakeside went into the crowd and walked it. Oh my God, are you serious? You see, man, girl. Well, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I mean? No, I'm really bummed. But getting back to what I was saying, 2026, is going to be a most exciting year for us. I predict it for all of us. It's going to be the most exciting year for us. New adventures, new beginnings, new starts. You know, going into things that maybe you were thinking about, but you were kind of iffy. Fuck it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. And positive, positivity. This is what I want to bring into 2026. Nothing but positivity, nothing but fucking hope, nothing but fucking, wishes. You know what I mean? Let's fucking stop being so negative. Let's stop being so judgmental. Let's just stop being all that and just say, fuck it. Let's just who knows? It could happen. It could happen. Let's just do that. It's gonna be so much better. I swear. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened. There's been a lot of hurt. There's been a lot. Are you gay? Yes. Yes, I am. For those of you who don't know, I am what if you have to categorize me, which I don't like categories, but if you have to categorize me, I am transsexual. And what that is I'm just a gay lesbian who looks like a guy. And if you have to give me a technical term, that would be it because I identify as a woman, I am a lesbian, but I am a masculine lesbian. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't really like categorizing, people are who they are, you so you like to dress, like a guy, or you like to dress like a girl, or maybe you like to dress like an elephant. Hey, if it makes you happy, go for it. As long as you're not hurting children or harming children, do whatever you want. It's none of my business. You know what I mean? That's your parade, not mine. You know. But I mean, I want this year. I mean, we have all been so judgmental and negative this past years. Let's start this. Let's start this year off with just positivity. Like fuck it. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but fuck it. It could happen, fuck it. Give it a shot. Possibilities are endless, all are endless, we just gotta just get out of that fucking that tilted side, that dark side, that negative side, you know what I'm saying? We gotta just start, and I'm not saying that, you're gonna fucking oh, well maybe you could. Who knows? I was like, you're gonna fucking, fly across the world. I mean, maybe you could. I mean, some of you guys are pretty fucking smart. Maybe build a machine that, you know. But I mean, just make this year the year of possibilities. You know, the year of possibilities. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. You could get that fucking corporate job that you wanted. You know, you could fucking you could be a dancer on that show. You know, you could rise to fame. You know, you could be that one that survived out of everybody who didn't. You just gotta stop fucking being so negative, man. I mean, I was too. I was too. Don't get me wrong. I was shit. I'm manic depressant. But I mean, I know I'm not. I mean, some people, I'm hella old. I'm 57, and to some people, I'm not old enough. Because I got OGs, that's still teaching me. But there comes a time in your life, and maybe you're not going to experience it when you're younger because you're young and you're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So don't fault yourself on that. And I'm not knocking your younger generation because I'm just telling you it's not your time yet to get this epiphany that you get later in life. So just keep being you, man. Be like a knuckleheads. Go fucking, do what the fuck you gotta do. You're fucking crazy. Do you. I'm mad at you. You know, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful, man. Because we were you, maybe not as intense, but we were you back then, and yeah, I know what you're going through. I know you're scared. I know you don't know which way to turn. I know you don't know if you made the right choice. You're it's awkward to go from teenager into an adult. So that's the worst. That's first puberty, and then become an adult. It's the most two difficult stages of your life because you like it's mind blowing. It really is. And the thing of it is that it's just the cycle of life. You don't like it. I didn't like it. See, I still fight to this day. I'm young at heart. Young in mind, really young in mind. But for me, and unlike my elders, I don't feel like I should have to fit the stereotype of being old. I'm not the stereotypical old person. I'm not playing bingo or sitting in the back, just kicking back watching TV or just fucking just cutting out recipes. Like I'm not me. I'm still going out, fucking working, fucking check wanting to go to raves and stuff like I like that shit. My body tells me otherwise, but she ain't the boss of me. But anyways, like I still drink, I smoke weed, stuff like that. But at the same time, though, I've learned that there has to be a fine, there has to be a boundary, there has to be a fine line where I won't cross. You know what I mean? Where I won't act too immature, where I won't get too juvenile. And that's what I'm doing this year. This year, this channel was specifically made so that way I could interact not only with my adults, but with my youth, and show you something, turn you on to something that maybe, out there in the social media world, it'd be hard to get this across to you because it's out there, it's all about the hype, the popularity, the follows, likes, all this and that. And so you're not trying to, hear that there, but maybe in here, whatever it is I can, you know, sink into your head or lessons of my past or other people's past is why this is here. Everybody's gonna get a chance to talk about their experiences, their dilemmas, and either together we can come as a collective to help you get through them, or you can share with us how you did overcome it, and become a role, become not so much a role. I don't want to put labels at anybody. I want to say that we're trying to do role models. I'm not trying to say we're to have a purpose. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to connect, and what sets and what resonates, and what doesn't. You know, and there's things that I really would like to talk about or tap into that you couldn't do on these other platforms. So that's why I chose YouTube to do this, because there'll be times where we're just gonna kick back and party and just play around, smoke and drink, listen to music, talk about old times, or talk about the new trends, whatever, or have you new people school us on what's, the words and all like that, that'd be cool. but but there'll be times where we're gonna talk about some real deep shit, and those are the times where I really would appreciate and expect everybody to be on their best behavior and be adults, and to actually listen rather than speak, and only speak until you've gathered your thoughts and how you're choosing your words to say things. You know, I mean, nobody's filtered here, but there are restrictions here on YouTube that you can't, that, certain words you can't say, or just certain behaviors, So let's keep that in mind, okay? Um, hoping more people would come, but yeah. So the topic I'm gonna pick for 2026, my second now, my second live is what if you want to talk about what were the baggage? You don't have to tell me anything specific, but what why are you so, what is it that 2025 has taught you? What was it, the lesson that 2025 has taught you? And if you haven't figured it out yet, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna do this topic all week. We'll do this topic all week, and I'll tell you what, we'll pick what, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock every day, every evening. Now, if I'm working, it might be a little different, but we'll just pick up right now. We'll just try to do a topic a week, and if it gets good or whatever, or maybe we'll do a topic for the first 2 days or something like that. I don't know yet. I'm still playing with it. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. I'm open to all kinds of criticism, whether it be positive or negative. You know, because I'm not an actor. I'm not an actor. I don't know how to. You know, I don't know what's cool or what's not cool. I don't know if I'm coming across as a dumbass or I'm coming across as somebody that I'm just being me. And I, contrary to what people think, I really do. I People fascinate me. People fascinate me, especially people that I've never met, or people that different lifestyles, or people with different beliefs, or different ways of thinking. I don't I don't judge you. I find you fascinating because I just want to know why. Why why do you feel so um so I don't know what, I don't even know the words. Why do you feel so passionate about what you feel, And that's what I want to get to. And everybody is opinion is valid here. Everybody's opinion valid. You guys can voice your opinion, but like I said, there will be no disrespect. Please do not be disrespectful. And if you come on here and you just want to start harassing or just fucking becoming a disruption, please don't. Please, out of respect, please. I'm going to give you that respect. Please don't disrespect me like that. Okay? This is going to be different than TikTok. This is going to be about being able to speak your truth, your raw truth. And hopefully we get a healthy enough audience in here that we're going to be able to all learn or help or heal, each other slowly, because that's what 2026 is about: positivity, healing, community, togetherness. No more of this only me business. We, as a collective, need to get humanity back on track. I'm Duran, and we'll try again to my first time, but we'll try again, like I said, 4 o'clock tomorrow. See you guys later. Oh, I got one person. You gonna stay in here? So, what what have, if you have learned, yeah, what lesson have you learned did you get from 2025? You know? Oh, yeah, they left.